Good afternoon, class. My name is Mr. Larios, and today we will be learning how to properly throw and catch in softball. Now, when learning how to throw, the first step is the grip. The grips that we're going to be learning today is one of the most basic, but one of the most effective in softball. Now, some may know this grip as the four seam, or some may know as a C grip, but it's the same thing. Now, with this four seam grip, it represents 4 fingers on each seam. First, we're going to have our hands sideways on the ball around the seam, kind of making like the C shape there, as you can see, as you can see the C grip. So first we're going to have our thumb on the first seam, our index finger following up, turn the ball a little bit, middle finger, fourth finger, pinky is free. Now what this does, with your pinky being free, it gives you a little more momentum of not so much putting the ball on your palm, but a little bit more velocity and able to spin the ball as you throw it. Now, along with this technique, you have to make sure that you have your shoulders up, you point at your target with either your fingers or your elbow. As you have this front elbow or front shoulder up, you have the back one up as well, looking like this. And you're gonna make sure to have your back throwing arm at a 90-degree angle while having the ball and your palm facing the opposite way of your body. So what it's gonna look like again, in action, is you're going to grip the ball, shoulders up, elbow or point with your fingers, palm and ball facing away, 90-degree angle, and as you're getting ready to throw, you're going to simply follow through, let the ball flick off your fingertips, preferably your middle finger, and you're going to step as you follow through, so it's going to look a little something like this. Follow through, step, flick off the middle finger. Now what that does as you flick off the middle finger, you want to get as much spin as possible, really, because the more spin equals the more velocity. So now let's do that again one more time with my dominant hand. We're going to grip the ball, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pinky free, ball is free from my palm. As you can see, I have a little bit of space. Now I'm going to find my target, bring my shoulders up, I'm going to pull my elbow this time. I'm going to have my ball up facing the opposite way of my palm, elbow up at a 90-degree angle, eyes on my target, and as I follow through again, I'm going to flick it off my fingertips and step into it. Ready? Follow through, ball. Now let's take a look at it from this perspective, my non-dominant hand for you left-handers out there. I'm going to find the C shape, put my thumb on there, index, middle, fourth finger, pinky free. Now make sure you can use your other finger as a little guide to make sure that the ball is not touching the palm of your hand. Here I'm going to have my elbow up with my shoulder, back arm up, palm and ball facing the opposite way. And as I throw, I'm going to flick and step into it. Ready? Boom. One more time. This time I'll do it with the point. So we're going to have, make sure you're perpendicular to throwing the ball. Shoulders up. Make sure you have the grip. Shoulders up. Elbow 90-degree angle. Pointing my fingers at my target. And as I turn around and I throw the ball, I'm going to follow through. Ready? Good. Now just a little recap of throwing the ball. This is what it's going to be. So remember, we have rule number 1, which is our grip, our four seam, or our C cup. Then we have our elbows up when throwing the ball, keeping you nice and even with your shoulders. And then we have making sure that the ball and your palm are facing back when you're about to throw. Making sure that your body is perpendicular to your target. And the last step is making sure that you roll the ball right off your fingertips. Okay, now before moving on to catching, we're going to go over our throwing cues one last time. So remember, our first cue is going to be grip, point with either my elbow or my fingertips, and then I'm going to follow through as I throw it. Just like that. One more time. Grip, point with my elbow this time, I'm going to follow through. Now one more time, let's do it with my non-dominant hand. I'm going to grip, pulling my elbow, Then I'm gonna follow through. Notice as I follow through, I'm not only bringing my arm through, but I'm also bringing my leg around and stepping forward to kind of give it a little bit more potential and a little bit more speed and accuracy when following through. So one last time. Grip. Point with my fingers this time. Follow through. Okay, perfect. Now moving on to catching. Basically, anytime we catch, we're going to want to make sure that our arms are out and extended. Preferably your elbows and arms at a 90-degree angle. Now, what this does is you have your hands this way and your hands W shape, simulating that this is your mitt hand. Now, what this does is basically a safety or a security that you're going to catch that ball or just be able to get someone out as quick as possible. So what that looks like is this. I'm going to catch the ball with this hand, and I'm going to secure it with this hand. And as I secure it, I'm going to grip the ball and return it back to my peer or return it back to the base. Ready? Ready position. Elbows and arms bent at a 90-degree angle. Hands out. Knees a little bit bent on my toes. To the ball. Catch, secure, return it. That easy. Now another thing you got to make sure is that try to have your body in front of the ball and also your body facing the person who was giving you the ball. What this does is it gives you a higher chance of catching the ball and a little bit more focus since you're symmetric with your eyesight. Now one more time, let's do it one more time. Ready? Pass it back. Now let's do it with my other hand. Pretend that this is my mid hand, and this is my secure hand, and also my hand that I'm going to use to pass the ball back. Ready? Ready position. Body in front of the ball. Release. Perfect. Now, when discussing different throws and different catches you have to make, you can catch the ball anywhere across your body. That's why today we're also going to be going over the clock catching system. So what this does is it lets you catch the ball over your head, to your left, to your right, underneath me, wherever I have to go. So what this is going to be is basically a 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. And what this does is it allows me to create different ways of catching the ball, and different ways are going to benefit me when we move into more game-like scenarios. So first we're going to have our 12 o'clock. And with our 12 o'clock, we're going to have our catching hand and have our secure hand right next to it, ready to secure the ball as we catch it. We're going to have our arms straight and extended, right? And we're going to have our eyes always on the ball. Go ahead and throw it. Notice I catch it, I secure it, and I return it. Now let's go ahead and do a 3 o'clock. What that looks like is out here. Now I'm going to have my catching hand and this hand to secure it. Let's go ahead and do it. Catch, secure, and return it with that hand. Ready? Now let's go to our 9 o'clock. Throw it out here. Catch, secure, throw it back. 6 o'clock. I'm going to have both hands here. Preferably whatever hand you want. I'll do both hands. Do it again. 6 o'clock. Catch it. Throw it on my left. And that's basically what we're working with. Now another thing to keep in mind are our cues. Now when catching the ball, you're going to make sure to target your peer who's throwing you the ball. Target the ball. Extend, catch, and secure. So let's go over that one more time. Target. Throw me the ball, please. Extend my arms, catch, and secure. Now, we've gone through throwing and catching, and that concludes our lesson for the day.